Chat, how are we all doing today? How has everyone been? I know it's been a hot minute. And my apologies for that one. But I've been doing a lot of shit, and I've been very, very busy. So, but I'm here now, so. But yeah, it's been a while, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's been going behind the scenes, you know. Because you. Oh, holy shit! Hi, Daph. Hi. Yeah, I know about the temperature issues over there. It's been pretty bad over here too. Had like a week straight of 100 degrees and like 80-90% humidity. That shit was ass. But we're doing better now. For now, at least. But I mean, I'm gonna be heading over there in a few months, but we're not on that part yet. So I know I was gone for a while. I went to VidCon, which, oh my god, my neck, Jesus Christ, holy shit. Anyway, so I went to VidCon, and oh my god, my throat. It was actually fun this year. You know, how shocking is it that when you don't have, you know, Bunny fucking everything up, it's actually pretty fun. Who could have thought? So it was a pretty good experience, I think, all things considered. You know, got plastered, we did a bunch of shit. I don't know how much of I can leak yet. We basically became a few of the people in my Airbnb basically became famous on some bullshit app for a little bit. Is Divine, Divine. It's supposed to be, you know, the Rebirth of Vine. It has all the old videos and everything. And two of the people decide to do like a whole a whole fake team thing, and then a bunch of us started like going in and like making our own roles. Like one of us was a stalker. I did misinformation, and I did all sorts of stuff like that. It was really fun. Didn't do that much at the convention. One thing I did do, and I did post about this on Twitter, is I had a Wii on me. Originally, the plan was to play Wii games. Ooh. Originally, the plan was for us to do Wii games in the Airbnb, but for a whole host of reasons, that didn't end up happening, which unfortunate, but whatever. And then with the day the con started, I'm like, you know, if I want to get signatures from, you know, my friends and shit. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll have the Wii. I'll just do that. That was like a last second thing. And so I bring it. And dude, that shit went hard. I got like all sorts of people to sign that shit. I mean, it's like pretty much just the Minecraft YouTube Wii, and I think that's really funny. And you can even see on some live streams, you can see my reaction to it, like Durapchu, like Ash Swag and a few of them. It was really good. Oh, and I'm gonna do it like probably get this part of the VOD edited down into like onto into a video. So I'm gonna here story time. We're gonna get story time on this one. So originally in our Airbnb, it was pretty much one person had a speaker badge, one person had a lore. At the start of the con, one person had invited speaker badge, Sarah. One person, Bryson, had an industry pass, or a pro pass now, is what they call it, and the rest of us had creator passes. Now they have a VIP lounge, you know, backstage, etc., etc. And Sarah found out, well, originally we thought it was 2 people could get a VIP badge, but it was only 1. But basically, she was like, hey, this person's with me, and then they could go to the thing, they could get the person a VIP badge. So Sarah had 2 badges that were pretty much unreported floating around. That's the first thing. Secondly, Slime, you know, if you guys might know him from the like he does a lot of the YouTube exploit stuff, like he found a way to pretty much like put 3 videos in one using audio tracks and everything, with Klingon. So that, and then so he also had one that he just found. Let me quickly change the playlist. So he's doing that, and then I shit you not. So they're going, at one point a bunch of us try sneaking back. Crafty Master, he was able to get back by like pretending to be a cameraman for someone, which great, awesome. I tried doing that with Slime with his camera and it doesn't work. Unfortunate. The security guard was actually paying attention. But whatever. So we do that. Try again. It doesn't work. But later that day, I was with Thea and Jammin' Head. And the 3 of us have to go to the bathroom. So we go to the bathroom. We're waiting, and Thea comes out. And she found a yellow wristband. Now, there's a few different levels to VidCon. There's fan, or what used to be called community track. There's creator, pro, which used to be called industry. And then there's, exhibitor, sponsor, featured creator, and speaker, invited guest, all those, and crew. So Thea came out of that and like, holy shit, I found a featured creator wristband, the yellow one. And so we're like, holy shit, wait, whose is this? We think it might have been Tommy and it's because according to Thea, he had like been in the bathroom right before she went in, so it is possible that it was his. But there's no way to know that one for sure, I think, unless he himself said that he lost it and we connected the dots. But anyways, so we go to the Creator HQ, which was this thing. There was the YouTube Creator Lounge and the YouTube Creator HQ. The lounge is like where they had all the game stuff, the AI bullshit, and then the HQ is just chill. So we go into the Creator HQ, which, for the record, I want to know who the hell was moderating that playlist, because one of the songs they had playing in there while we were there was the song Wet by Daisy and the Scouts. Now, I don't know if you guys know about Wet, but it's a song about masturbation, basically. So, already off to a great start on that one. But, I digress. So we're in there and like, okay, surely there's someone we can screw with this and, do something. And I remember, the wristbands are NFT chips. So, I pull out my phone and I download this NFC app, and I use it. And what I do is I erase the data that was on that wristband, because Thea had already put it on her wrist by this point. So we erase the data that's on it, and then we start concocting a scheme, because the thing is, this band now has no record of whose it was. So they can't say, oh, wait, why? So nobody can say, oh, that's weird. This person, like, this shows up as a different creator. So we start thinking up a plan. Okay, let's go to the registration area and be like, hey, someone stole my lanyard. Can I get a new one? Blah, blah, blah. And so the plan we come up with, because one of the pieces of merch they had was those clips, the 3-prong one where you put it into the thing. Like they had those. That was that was one of the ones you could buy instead of the normal one that was just a hook. And because he had one of those, we could go and say, hey, this person and their friend came up to us. They said they want to take a photo, and then like they had their arm around me, and then they took it and ran. Like they pulled off the badge and ran. Because the thing is, that's a plausible story, especially with the type of lanyard she had on, that was fully possible. So we go to the registration area, and we're like, and it takes a while because we keep getting pointed around to the specific area we need to go to. And so we go up to them, and she's like, "Hey, someone stole my lanyard. Here's my wristband to prove it. Can I get a new one?" And the friend's like, "Yeah, let me scan that really quick." And they scan it, and nothing shows up. And so they're sitting there for something like, "Huh, weird." They're just like, "Yeah, screw it. Something probably just screwed up." And so they're like, "Okay, ID." And then I had to pay for it, but that's not really a big deal. And so she gives them ID, and because there was no result, they just give her the lanyard. They give her the badge. So she had a featured creator badge. And that's the first part of this. Because now is a story for how I snuck backstage at VidCon. Because now that she had that opened us up to pretty much the entirety of the convention. As long as people didn't look too closely and I stayed close enough, I was able to go anywhere with her. Because again, for all intents and purposes, like if anyone were to scan the badge, to scan the wristband, it just wouldn't show anything. It would be like, "Oh, weird, it's glitching out." Oh well, go through. And if they weren't paying too close attention, I could just squeeze in. So we go back towards the VIP lounge, and luckily the security is not paying that much attention this time. So it was me, Thea, and one of our friends that actually did have a VIP badge from, I think, Sarah. And we go back because I'm kind of hidden in there, and I shove my lanyard into my shirt because if anyone inside looks, then it becomes an issue. And then we're just in there, we go around, do much shit. I got a bunch of free stuff, I got 2 free phone stands from Twitch because they had a booth back there. And really funny thing, the phone stands that they had there, like the merch they were giving away, they were TwitchCon branded, TwitchCon, the convention. So they just reused the old stock, which fair enough, I guess. Could have snuck in backstage at TwitchCon Rotterdam, but you didn't because that would have been crazy. Well, you should have. It would have been funny. So we're going around. There was a Fire TV thing. Apparently, like Amazon's trying to do their own like YouTube-esque thing, but it's closed. It's like a closed beta. So I think right now you have to have like 5 million subscribers to do it. But the CPM is insane, so that's fair enough. And I got a little fanny pack from them. There was a bunch of like free makeup stuff and the same expensive food shit. Yeah, and there's a little razor thing, but that's another thing. And so we're going about there. We're talking to some people. Jammin' Head, being Jammin' Head, starts to fucking starts chatting with fuck, I think it was Tubbo, Pangy, and Drapchu. I'm not completely certain. And so that's the whole thing. And me and Thea are just kind of attached onto that. And then Wado was there too. Wado managed to get one. And so I was talking to a bunch of people. Slime was also back there at one point. And then another one of the people in our group, Ava, was like, spent a lot of time, like, Ava pretty much spent the entire convention with the VIP badge backstage, which I'm a little jealous of, but, oh, well, what am I going to do? And got to talking to a, like, fucking Frogbait for a while, and then, Circle Tunes. And then, towards the very end, me and, Slime, we were going around, we were talking, and we ended up chatting up, Tirzu for, like, half an hour. It was fun. Fuck, it was Tirzu and another friend that was with him. I don't remember the guy's name, though. Shit, if I asked Heroics, he might know. But anyways, so we're there, and then eventually stuff starts clearing out because the convention's closing down, and so I'm doing that, and I go back over to well, no, actually before that, there were a few of these guys that were like going around with the Mr. Beast bike backstage, and then there was a whole thing. I was like telling them, like, one of them lives like a few towns over, will end up living like a few towns over from me, and I thought that was really funny. But no, so towards the end, when everything's clearing out, I go over to Thea, who's near the Razor booth, and we're sitting there for a while because what Thea did, she basically tricked Razor into giving her something for free. Cause you know, they had the little thing back there. It was like, she's like, oh, you know, is it possible like when you guys are taking everything down, I could grab something? They're like, oh, we don't really do that, but you know, come back then, and then we'll see. And what ended up happening is she got a free microphone. She had to do a sponsored post. But the thing was, she did that sponsored post on TikTok. She has at the time she had 13 followers on TikTok. I don't know how many she has on there now. And so she does that, and we go out, and then she manages to nab me a VIP badge, because we were like going out, and we went past the person at the desk, and like, hey, one of our friends, they wanted kind of like a souvenir, and but they're already back at Airbnb. Could we get a VIP badge? And the person's like, sure, and they give it to us. And now, and it was for me, but here's something interesting. They had a lot of badges left over, like of every type. What happened to them? Because I know I a little bit later on, I had gone down to the registration here, like, hey, is it possible you guys have any like of the feature creator badges like left over if I could just have one as a keepsake? And the guy told me, oh, come back tomorrow. That wouldn't work. There was a completely separate convention going on the next day, Fan Expo. So I even messaged them on Instagram about it. I messaged on Instagram. Let me pull this up, because I messaged VidCon on Instagram. I'm like, hey, you know, what do you do with the badges after the convention's over? I'm just a little curious. Here we go. What do you do with the badges now that the convention is over? Question mark. Seen last week. I got fucking left on red by VidCon. But that's besides the point, right? So there was a party on the top, like on the roof of the building. So we go up there. There was like some cheap food or whatever. And you know, we hang around for a little bit. We talked with Horizon, which I keep mentioning this. Horizon's a fan. Horizon knows who I am. You know, the Horizon 2B2T. If you guys watch, you know, YouTube, you know, Minecraft stuff on YouTube. So we're doing that. Like, we were talking for a bit, and all of us like did group photo, and he got included because it's chill. You know, Horizon's pretty chill. And so we go back down, and Slime pops up. And he's like, oh, hey, guys, I noticed something. He's wearing a different lanyard. The badge on his lanyard's a little different. Tell me how this motherfucker ran into, like, John VidCon, you know, the guy that was in charge of making sure the convention ran smoothly, and the guy just gave him and Ava crew badges and wristbands. What the hell? Like, what? And he kept taunting me with it. Which, okay, fine, whatever. He got his comeuppance later after VidCon, but that's wait for that part. So we end up you know, going about doing our stuff. We you do that too. Like he kept taunting me with it, and that was really mean. So eventually, you know, we leave. You know, everything's closing down, and we go back to Airbnb. Everything's, you know, all fine and dandy. Now, I wanna rewind a bit, cause on our first day, like cause originally it was me, Thea, Jazzy Red, and Slime that got to California, cause like Slime was driving in, so he was already there, and then me, Jazzy, and Thea. Oh, I landed at 9, and Jazzy and Thea landed around 10, and everyone else landed at the earliest around 10 p.m. So for most of the first day, it was just us. And so we went shopping, you know, logically. We went to Aldi because there was an Aldi nearby, and apparently nobody else in the Airbnb... I learned this. Nobody else in the fucking Airbnb had ever been to an Aldi. So we go there. We get a lot of stuff. We get, like, an insane amount of stuff. Like, 24 bags worth of groceries. And it cost us, like, $250. Which, for the Europeans, that might not sound that crazy. But, like, at any other grocery store besides maybe, like, Lidl, getting that much stuff would cost you, like, $700-800. So, we do that. We get, like, tons of meat, chicken, whatever. By the time we left, we had about like 10 pounds of spaghetti that we couldn't use. We had like sticks of butter. We had gallons of milk. We had like 5 gallons of ice cream. So much. There was so much stuff, and I had I ended up screwing up a few times with cooking because I did a lot of the cooking because I decided I wanted to. And one of the things I did, I was trying to do a wine reduction sauce, but I didn't know that you have to reduce the wine before you do the sauce. So I just poured the wine into tomato sauce, and everyone got very lightly buzzed. Girl figure what? But anyways, we also did we ended up making these giant cookies at one point, and then unfortunately we didn't have any parchment paper, so we did it on aluminum foil, and there were tiny shards of aluminum in the cookies, and unfortunately people didn't want them. I had most of them because I didn't care that much. It wasn't that big a deal. It wasn't the very tiny specks weren't enough to cause any internal issues, but I guess I understand the problem. There was like a bunch of I did meatballs on a bunch of occasions. We did burgers. I'd like to think I was pretty good. Well, I would say I did smash burgers because that was the only way I could be confident that I wasn't serving raw meat. But that's besides the point. So first day after the con, we decide, let's go to Griffith Observatory. I think. 27. No, 29th we did the food, and we did that stuff no more. Yeah, no, 28th. So 28th, we decided to go to Griffith Observatory. So, a few of us go there, and then like half our group ends up going to this one party, whatever. And me, Pingu, Jazzy, and Thea, we end up staying at the observatory and just chilling. And I posted a few photos from that on Twitter. Like the one with Jazzy looking like Jesus. But we're there, we're chilling, we're doing whatever. And we decided to watch I Saw the TV Glow, which if you guys know is let's say not a lighthearted movie. It's a very existential movie. And so we're we watch it, whatever. Everyone gets depressed. And then everyone else comes back from the party. And then we decide to read some smut in YouTuber voice because funny. And I was like fading in and out of consciousness during that, but that's a whole separate thing. So we do that, and then next day we go to a trampoline. It was either the next day we went to trampoline park, or it was earlier in the day before the observatory we went to the trampoline park. But whichever the case was, when we're at the trampoline park, there was a bunch of stuff. My glasses actually got a little busted during that, and I still haven't gotten them fixed. But so we're there, and we're just screwing around. We're playing, we're jumping around, playing dodgeball, doing little games. And here's where Slime gets his comeuppance, because he gets knocked and hits his head and starts bleeding. Granted, it was a tiny bleed, but you know what? I say that's fucking karma for taunting me with the fucking crew badge. Although, in fairness, both him and Thea gave me the wristbands. Like, he gave me the crew wristband, and Thea gave me the featured creator wristband, which was very nice of both of them. And I'm very thankful that they were both willing to do that. So we do that. And then, like, okay, cool, great. Last day we didn't really do much. We just spent most of it, like, cleaning and trying to get rid of stuff. Yeah, he genuinely kept mocking me. Like, he kept showing it to me and, like, shaking it around and, like, showing me the wristband, etc., etc. He was being very evil and pernicious. But that's whatever. And then, last day, whatever. We also did the dinner again, But unfortunately, that one didn't really pan out as much as it did last time. We didn't have anywhere near as many people. But I did get to see some, some of my good chums again. I got to see like Milo Melahai, like Corvid, fucking like Amy, etc., etc. It was pretty chill, all things considered, I'd say. I also got to hang out with Banjo too, which of course was amazing. And he even came to the Airbnb for a little bit, which was awesome. I always like hanging out with Banjo because I really only ever get to see him when I'm in. Yeah. Oh yeah, I did watch. I saw like the last half of that match, and that was an experience. But thankfully SE switched teams, so we're good. Anyways, so hold on here. Yeah, it was. During VidCon, one of the things I was around, there was Creator Access Network, and they were giving out these water bottles. And on the last day, when everyone else was going to the airport, there were like 3 of us had to go to Santa Ana, and then the rest of us were at LAX. I should have put it in my suitcase, and checked it, but unfortunately that didn't end up happening, and I had to throw it out. It was unfortunate because it was a really cool looking can of water. But everyone else was flying out of I think it was Terminal 2. Like all the Canadians were on the Canadian airline, I think WestJet, and then Heroics was on Delta. So and then I was on United, so I was like across the airport. Now last year, when the Canadians, but last year, at the airport, with the Micah, Ran, and Colors, I was able to just like follow them around for a while and then eventually just walk through the airport to get to where I wanted to go, to where I needed to go. But things were a bit different this year because first of all, I cheaped out on my ticket back, so I didn't have a carry-on, which meant I had to check it. Now, initially, fine, whatever. So we go through the TSA in their terminal, and we're at their gate, and then we eventually like, okay, your guys' plane's about to board, so I head out. Now, it turns out what I had forgotten that I saw when I originally landed. Do I think Trump... What? I have no fucking clue what you're on about with that. Anyways, so I'd forgotten that when I landed there, they were saying like, oh yeah, Terminal 5, it's going to be undergoing construction for like a year or two, blah, blah, blah. I had to get from... now, the way LAX is laid out, there's... it's like an upside-down U. So on the right, you have 1, 2, 3... it's like 1, 2, 3, 4... international... whatever the international terminal's name is, named after some guy. And then 5, 6, 7. Oh, like, sorry, no, 1, 2, 3, 4... international... 5, 6, 7, something like that. You guys get what I'm saying. Point is, international's in the middle. Karg is an important Iranian island. I don't think he's going to do jack shit, quite frankly. So, I couldn't get through. I couldn't get all the way around because Terminal 5 was closed, like completely closed for maintenance. So what I had to do, I had to walk out. Walk like, you know how like most airports there's a sidewalk for, arrivals, departures, whatever. I had to walk all the way along that to the other side of the airport to get to my terminal. And then I had to go through security a second time over there. And then I'm there, and then we go through airport security, whatever. Blah, blah. There was nothing that crazy after that. Yeah, no, nothing really that insane. Then I got on the plane, and then I flew on. Yeah, that was that. And then I got back to New Jersey. And so that's where I've been. That's why I've been gone for a bit. Now, there's another part to the title of this stream, which I assume you guys have seen. Well, it's also in the notification, but besides the point. Where I'll be. It's where I've been, where I'll be. Now, just to be clear, I know that comes off as slightly ominous. I'm not retiring or anything. I'm still going to be streaming and everything. There is no intention to stop content. Let me make that extremely clear. What that's referring to is obviously I'm going back to college in September. And through a whole bunch of scenarios that if you guys were around, last year, you might remember, I'm not going back to Purdue. I am going to the University of Brighton, in the UK. And I've tweeted about that a few times on Twitter. I'm like, hey, guys, is there anything to do in Brighton? Which I'd still like to know. What is there actually to do in Brighton that's not, just tourist trap nonsense? Because, kind of need to know. So yeah, that's I'm still gonna be streaming, for the bit per this month, next month, whatever. But I am going to be going over to Brighton, and I'm going to kind of post up there for uni. And luckily, I don't have to deal with the phone plans because my goat, my absolute goat, head mod, Babs, is gonna put me on his phone plan. So I don't have to, like buy another phone or do some bullshit, daily charge travel sim. So that's gonna save me a lot. But I am gonna be streaming, and hopefully, if you guys remember how I kind of got into the groove at Purdue when I was streaming and everything. Hopefully that's gonna happen again. I'll be able to get back into the groove of doing that. Streaming daily, maybe even multiple times a day. Like I know I did that a few times, especially with Worldwide, which hopefully I'll be able to bring that one back too. Get back on shit. Yeah, and also I do have a bunch of friends in Europe, so it'll also be nice to be kind of closer to some of them. And there's a few in the UK, but besides the point. But, so I think I am going to be going to Brighton. I'm going to be a student there, which is so there might be, especially in September, a very slight lull, when I'm kind of traveling over there, because I'm gonna get there like a week or something before, and then it's gonna then it's a few days before housing kind of opens up. So there's probably gonna be like a week or so, like a week and a half where I won't stream just because everything's gonna be frantic and a mess. But eventually, like, towards the end of September or early October, do expect con to pick back up and actually like be going. And also I am toying with the idea of maybe doing more IRL stuff once I'm over there. Just kind of because there's much that it's one thing, like I can't really IRL stream, right now because I live in a suburban town. So it's not that hard to figure out where I live if you see, a fucking tree. But once I'm, I'm in Brighton, that's not really as much of an issue, as long as I don't like show the fucking residence hall I'm in or whatever. And on top of that, I mean, this already happened during VidCon because I just decided it wasn't worth it. But I did kind of like actually face reveal, like I just decided fucking just whatever, I'll show my face, it's fine. So yeah, so I think I will try to do somewhat more IRL kind of stuff when I'm over there in the UK. Who knows? I might do some stuff with creators there. Who knows? I don't know any of that, but it does hurt. Saw what? What? Oh, saw that. Yeah, you saw me tweet with my face. Oh yeah, the photo of me in front of the Twitch sign. In the VIP lounge. But yeah, so don't be just don't be surprised, I suppose, if you see me. If you guys see me start doing like vlogs or whatever the fuck in Brighton, because it's kind of the next course of action. And I do feel like I need to say this. Like, I know the whole like it's a whole stereotype with Minecraft Brighton that like and how it's might even come off as a little cringe that's where I'm going for this. But I swear on my life that there is no ulterior motive. It just happens that Brighton was the was like the only place I could find in the UK that really had what I'm trying to do, and it's cheaper than doing that in the US, which American education system, yay. It is literally cheaper for me to fly overseas and get a degree there than it is for me to get a degree here. Isn't that insane? You'd think that like fucking, especially the state schools, that they could maybe be a little bit later on the tuition. Like fucking Rutgers charging 20 grand a year for in-state students. I don't think that they need to be that high. Brighton is a magnet for Minecraft YouTube, the way same way Little Scene James for pedophiles. I don't think that's a fair analogy. Little St. James was like that is because that's where that's where Jeffrey Epstein was, and he was connected with everyone. Brighton, well, there's a very simple reason that Brighton became where all the Minecraft streamers are, is because in like 2020 or 2021, a certain now canceled for very good reasons creator moved there, which prompted a few others to move there, which just created a domino effect. Because one went there, friends with a bunch of people, so that bunch of people went there, and then their friends who were also moving went there, and so on and so forth. So it's not. I don't think it's fair to say. I mean, it's really the same reason that creators stuff, like especially back in the day, used to be focused in LA, but now it's like LA, Austin, the bigger cities. It's because one person goes, if that person's popular, then their friends are gonna go, and then it just keeps going and going and going. So it's industry convergence. It's a lot easier if everyone's in the same place. And everything becomes a lot easier if all your people are in the same place. That's why Tebble has that office. So as all his friends can do stuff. But there wouldn't be any point in doing that. If everyone still lived in the same towns that they were born in. So I don't think it's fair to make that comparison. Although to be fair, I feel like Brighton might be losing a little bit on that front, because I know that there's like a decent few people that live in like Sheffield and whatever. But I don't think it's that major. But yeah. So I'm gonna be going to Brighton in September, and then I'm gonna be there till like June. It's gonna be a whole big old bag of fun. And I did a little funny, you see, because when I was at Purdue, in my dorm hall, in my dorm floor, a bunch of us, I had Family Guy first 2 seasons on DVD. And so I basically created a little tradition called Family Guy Fridays, where every Friday a bunch of us would get in there, we'd hook up my TV and we'd watch. We'd watch some Family Guy. And I was talking about that because Brighton has a server for the applicants. And I'm like, yeah, I did this at my last college. It'd be really funny to do it again. And I got some encouragement from the from the student ambassadors and everything. And now, the plan is that once I'm at Brighton, I really like how they're labeled in Brighton, because apparently in the UK they're called they're called societies instead of clubs. So at the suggestion of a few people and a few of these student ambassadors, I'm gonna start the Family Guy Society at the University of Brighton, which I think will go along very nicely with the Germa Society, which is a real thing, by the way. And I think that's just hilarious. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Sorry, wait, hold on. I was checking a website for something. Uh-oh. Wait, hold the phone. This is not good. Ruh-roh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So So chat, I might have a tiny little issue. Just a teensy tiniest little problem. It seems that my application for housing has disappeared. Oh boy. Um. Oh. That's astounding, because like what happens, like I'm like, oh, you know, I'm talking about, you know, let me just, you know, check to see if they send me the thing. You know, because I know the way they sound's a little weird. Like, how peculiar. It's not, the thing doesn't show. Let me log back in, maybe. Jesus Christ. Okay. The cache was fucked up. It's not gone. My application's still there. I'm fine. I was about to fucking say, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? It's like, what would I have done if the fucking housing application just disappeared? That would have been fucking hilarious. Well, correction. It would have been funny if not for the fact that it would have meant a lot of issues for me. You know? Like, yeah, because you know, I kind of do need somewhere to live. You know, it's not like I can just, you know, hop in a taxi and, you know, go over to my house. So, you know. But that's besides the point. It's fucking awesome. They really just gave me a fucking heart attack on that one. Jesus. Anyways, guys, do we wanna play a game or anything of the sort? Do we want to play Minecraft? Ay, ay. That is just astounding. Like they really had me there for a second. Like, oh shit, what am I gonna do? And quite frankly, I don't know what I would have done if if they just decided, no, fuck you, you know, you're not getting housing anymore. I don't know what I would have done with that. Like, oh shit, fuck me. Guess I'll go fucking starve on the street. Oh shit, I'm level 37 on Steam. That's awesome. You guys fuck with Steam? Probably. I just, I got a lot of games recently. I'm very proud of it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what to do now. That kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm unsure how to proceed right now. For the fucking heart attack. They keep telling me, oh, guaranteed hauls. Give me the fucking email about them. Where are they? Which one am I getting? And also, really cool and awesome thing, I gotta fucking go into New York City at like 6 in the morning tomorrow so I can go to the fucking consulate or whatever the fuck. And, you know, just to show them my passport. That's the only document that I need to show, apparently. And, I mean, come on. Like, I get it. But at the same time, is it really necessary? Can I not just do a scan? I just think it's a little stupid, is all. But, whatever. Oh, my back. Ouch. Oh, hi, Aaron. Hi. How you doing? I was just talking about, you know, my plans and, you know, VidCon stuff, and then I'm gonna be they're exiling me to a Brighton soon. And I was also complaining about the housing thing, but I feel that was justified because for a second it was just pretending that I never did an application for housing, which I know damn well I did because I did that shit months ago. So I was like, hold on a second. So, yeah. You know, I got... Dude, yeah, you should have been here. You like just barely missed it. I was like, what the fuck? It's so over. Which I think was a rightful response. Oh, and you know, your recommendation for you know what things are to do in Brighton didn't really help, unfortunately, because I have no use for the train station that goes up north. They nerfed you with having to commute once a week for classes. Ooh, evil. I have absolutely no idea what campuses the classes I'm in are going to be on, mainly because I didn't look. Yeah, whatever. I'll take public transportation. I don't mind. To come see me? That is true. Hold on. I meant that in man, I'll say it. I don't care. At content creation. And I'll say publicly. I don't care. I fucking, when I was at Purdue, I said what resin song I lived in. It's not. I don't care about revealing that stuff. But no, like, yes, of course, you know, oh, this is fire. This is fire. Hold on, this writing is fire. Wait, no. Of course, you know, to hang out and stuff. That's different. But I'm saying is like, I'm talking about like general points of interest. You know, like, oh, this restaurant's good, or this cafe is good, or you know, this gym's kind of shit, etc., that kind of stuff is what I meant. Because as far as I'm aware, I only have like 3 mutuals, who are going to be, you know, in Brighton at the same time as me. I mean, go with my course. What do you mean by that? Hold on. Wait, now hold on. Well, you know what? hop into part time. Hop into the VC. I want to know what you mean by that, because now I'm scared. I, Chad, I'm scared. Help. The fuck is the music playing? Hello? Dr. Mario NES. Oh, that's awesome. Jumping party time? Oh, you left that server. Oh. Hold on. So, party time is the content server and everything. You left it recently. You know what? If it's a little easier, hold on. Let me. Uh, I guess. I guess if you want, unless you want to join the server, you didn't leave recently. Might have been a while ago. No, it was like 3 days ago. If you don't want to, want to join back, we can do, I guess, like a crypt server. If you want to hop in there, or wherever, because I feel like these warnings need to be heard verbally instead of over text. Hold up. Okay, I am paused. I am halted. So, chat. What's the deal with airline food? I'm not good at riffing. Join my server. Oh, you joined the AEC server. Interesting choice. Okay. Hello. Hold on. Let me. I don't think they can hear you. Hold on. Oh, of course the audio cap. Wait. Hold on. Audio capture isn't going on the track. Hold on. Whoa. That. Why don't I have the audio tracks? What? What the fuck was that? Okay, whatever. Oh yeah, laugh it up. All right, there you go. Now they can hear you. Anyways, hi, Aaron. Hi.
Hi, this is my stream now. Hi, chat. How are we doing today?
I think
Twitch
Chad's doing
Prime,
quite
am I
so.
right?
Hell yeah, chat. You know, there's this infinite money glitch going around. I don't think Twitch knows about it. If you click subscribe and then subscribe with Prime, you know, it costs you nothing, helps me out. Has that pitch worked in like the last 6 years?
Hmm?
Has that pitch really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, you know what I mean? Like I don't, the reason I just like asked on Twitter to like know no responses that really helped was I think you're the only person I know that's like been like that's spent any appreciable amount of time there. I mean, I became mutuals with I became mutuals with another person recently that's going there. But yeah, that's kind of it.
You know, I spent just a little bit of time. You know.
Yeah. Well, no, literally just you and the other person are the only two students I know that have been there. So, although I haven't talked to the other person at all, so it's whatever. I think you know them though.
Probably.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
I know a lot of people.
Let me double check. Yeah, you do know them. That fake Ginger, yeah.
I love Ginger. That's my homie.
Hell yeah. We just became mutuals. I haven't talked to them at all.
They're my homie. I love Ginger.
This is fire. Anyways, so what's the warning you have?
So first of all, it is a hard course. This is the second year it's actually been a course.
Uh-huh.
Um, it is full of AI.
Oh.
To be fair, most of the media courses are full of AI.
Oh.
I know. Um, Also, the content creation course teaches you nothing about content creation.
Well, that's fair.
They
I did understand that
basically
part.
they've
Sorry.
basically picked up the course I do and gone, yeah, let's just switch up a little bit.
And sorry, what yours is what media studies or something, I'm guessing?
Media production.
Media production. Gotcha.
So I can go through and count how many of the same modules there is on content
Let's
creation.
see. Yeah,
Then
introduction to content creation, study skills and creative industries, digital and web media design.
yeah, you do that on digital and web media design. You're doing
Yeah.
thingy media production.
Content creation for social media, intro to visual promotion, understanding audiences, theory and
Understanding
context.
audiences. You're doing thingy media production, podcasting.
Yeah.
You do promotional video production. You do
Oh my god, bro.
yeah, professional portfolio. You do digital media marketing. They've just changed that
I mean,
from a module I just did.
I think I have a professional portfolio. I mean, look at my Twitch and my dozens of YouTube views.
No, you're gonna make your actual website is actually quite sad. I'll send you
Oh,
mine.
I have done
And
that
then
before.
also they've just taken the lecturers from my course. There's three of the teaching staff who've taught me.
So half of this is just your course.
Half of this is just my course.
That's awesome.
I like my course.
Mm-hmm. So essentially, you're warning me against your own course.
No, I like my course. My course is better because it's more hands-on and also you learn to edit. And it's more fun.
Interesting.
And also has been running a lot longer than this course.
Yeah. So, wait, I thought this year was your last year.
It was.
But
And then I failed 2 modules on purpose.
To extend it.
And then no, it was just one of my lecturers was just a dickhead. Who you'll have, so good luck.
Oh, well, thanks.
He's ableist. He's very for AI. He's doing a whole thesis on AI. Yeah, enjoy. And because I failed 2 modules, I was like, yeah. And then because I failed 2 of them, I was like, hey, can I just retake the year, but like just do the 2 modules? And they was like, yeah, that's fine. So I'm just joining the next academic year, but just retaking my 2 modules.
Intriguing. Interesting. But so, like, what is there to like actually like go to and do in Brighton? Because like, if I look it up, I'm just gonna get tourist trap shit.
It really depends what you enjoy doing. That's the first question. It's like, do you want restaurants? Do you want the tourist attraction stuff? The hidden gem kind of
I
thing?
think hidden gems would be quite swell.
So obviously you've got the lanes, which is your tourist attraction. There's good shops in the lanes. Snoopers Paradise is really good. They sell Pokemon cards.
Normal price or
normal price.
Okay, good.
Like they have singles for like £1. It's crazy.
Oh, that's pretty good actually, dude.
And then they sell Japanese packs as well.
Ooh, hell yeah! I love import
quite
packs.
cheap.
Dude, I have a friend that's going to university up in the north, and they're gonna put me on their phone plan, so I don't have to like pay daily for a travel sim.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. We're gonna get like one of the first days over there, we're gonna get plastered. Would you?
Oh my god.
Would you perhaps like to join?
I don't drink.
Ah.
And also, that would mean coming down to Brighton for it, and I'm commuting every week.
Ah, I see.
I'm doing like a 4.5 hour commute once a week
Oh yeah.
because it works out cheaper than moving me back down and
Yeah,
me
that,
paying rent.
dude. You know what that reminds me? There was this one news story about this fucking kid in Canada. It was easier for them to fly like 21 times a month than it was to get university housing.
Yeah,
That
it's gonna work out so much cheaper for me to give my parents like £1,000, and then get the train once a week.
Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, at least you get the train. I mean,
Exactly, and the
if-
train's not that bad.
I mean, yeah, if I tried doing that shit over here, I'd have to be driving.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now, what else is there to do in Brighton?
I could drive
The
over
option
there.
to leave's there. You could not drive in Brighton. Do not do that to yourself.
Well, I could get an international driver's license, which is good for a
You-
year, so I could.
It's physically impossible to drive in Brighton, and the parking is so expensive. And also, you wouldn't be able. Are you saying in what kind of housing are you in? Are you in like?
I have not gone that back yet.
Have you applied for student accommodation with the uni?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you wouldn't be able to take a car anyways.
I
You need a
know, but
you need a parking permit.
well,
Um,
if I managed to get behind the wheel of a car, I could drive technically, legally.
yeah,
Hey, they don't
what?
test you for an international driver's license.
That's crazy.
Thanks, AAA.
That's insane.
Oh, you could do the same
What
thing
else is
over
there in
here.
Brighton?
Like if you came to the US, you could. Well, you'd have to get it from whatever the British equivalent is, but you could also get an international driver's license.
My first challenge there is to get a driving license. Well, my provisional, which
Well,
takes
wait, you don't have
years.
you don't have a permit or a license?
No, I don't have my provisionals.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Because I take public transport everywhere.
Yeah, lucky.
And
Oh,
also-
I'm British. I get public transportation.
But also because I've had my name legally changed by deed poll, it's a lot more hassle to get like official documents.
Chaz, is
Because I
real.
have to send off my, I have to send off my my birth certificate, and then I have to send off the deed poll to be like, hey, had the name change.
Well, hey, just say all your information now. I'm sure someone chat will do it for you.
Yeah, chat. Who wants my deed poll with my old last name on it?
Me, I'll take it.
It's really funny because my old last name is still my last name. We just added another name to it.
Oh, like hyphenated?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck's sake. There is so much bullshit. They're making me drive to like the fucking consulate just to show them my passport. No, I'm serious because I did the whole thing with the CAS, and like, okay, you need to go to VFS Global. VFS Global. You need to fill out this form and go here. But all they need is my passport. I can just send a photo of that. But no, I have to wake up at 6 in the morning to drive into New York City just to maybe get there on time.
In New York.
New York is fun until you have to drive in.
I can't wait to go to New York.
Why would you go to New York?
Well, Broadway.
Fair. But I mean, you have West End, same thing.
Yeah, but also, Broadway has shows that we don't have on the West End.
Yeah, like
Great
the
Gatsby.
international version of Heathers.
We also have Heathers.
Yeah, we have your version, which
Yeah.
I'm still a little perturbed about. Well, amongst a
See.
bunch of other things with their production, but besides
I just don't like Heathers.
I like it. I don't like the AI shit they've been shoving in it, and I mean, I get they didn't want to have
They
blue
had a
in
go
there.
at me for that.
I get that they don't want to include blue, you know, but at the same time,
No, Heather's only started using AI this year, and I had a proper go at them, and they started like yelling back at me and everyone else. I was like, babes, pretty obvious.
chat, who are we siding with? Are we siding with Heather's or are we siding with Aaron? One in the chat. If
Are you siding with a company who uses AI or a fatty? Or are you gonna side with a company who casts skinny people for a plus size role?
They did that with Martha.
Yep.
Oh my
The
god,
UK
bro.
version. Off Broadway is fine. But the current West End and UK tour version, we've not had a plus size Martha in years.
Oh my god, bro. You know.
But
Don't worry,
Broadway has The Great Gatsby, has Just in Time.
I'll go over and give West End a piece of my mind. Surely they'll listen to the
leave West End
American
out of
theater kid.
this.
You know,
Surely they'll listen to the girl with 3 musical theatre tattoos.
I don't have any tattoos, but I got the script for SpongeBob the Musical. So I mean, who's really the expert on this one?
Jealous.
Yeah, I can send you the PDF if you want. I have a fucking
Yay.
I have a ton of scripts. I got Xanadu, She Kills Monsters, all sorts of nonsense.
I have a whole collection of programs.
Hell yeah. I also
That's the one thing I want to go to Broadway for. The playbills are free.
Well, most of them. There are a few shows where they do cost money, but that's very few and far between. Yeah, they are nice. I do have a bunch of them. Got Hamilton, which is really expensive.
I don't know what programs I have.
I think I have Lion King, Aladdin, Hamilton, Wicked, and one more I can't remember.
I have 5 I have 5 Starlight Express ones. I have
Oh, who could have foreseen that one?
2 Back to the Future. I have 2 Back to the Future. I have 2 Everyone's Talking About Jamie. I have Fangirls. I have Moulin Rouge. I have 2 from the Book of Mormon. Mean Girls. Heathers.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Intriguing. I have a bunch of my high school ones at least, but I'm not gonna say that because that'll dox me. And I don't need that to happen again.
Again.
It's happened like 3 times. And, you know, like, why? Like, why me? I have like 400 followers on here. Why am I the one that keeps getting doxxed? Like, surely there's, I don't want to say surely there's better people to do it to, but like, surely there's people with more of a more of a base. Why am I the one that has the weirdos?
It's fine. Here's my totally real address and not the address of my favorite theater.
Yes, quite. Mods, is this real? Guys, can we get Rainbow on this one really quick? No. Hi, Mod here. It's real. Holy shit, it's real! Oh my god, no way.
Totally not the address of my favorite theater.
Guys, here's my address. I don't remember the zip code for New York. The zip codes for New York City. So. Oh, is the address? Actually, no. I don't think the address is One World Trade Center. I think the address is like One Freedom Center, whatever the fuck now, because something happened.
Here's my address.
Which theater is this?
None. It's the Twin Towers.
Yeah, I see. Uh-huh. Alright, yeah. I gotta do some networking when I'm in the UK. Chat. Ow. Ow, I hurt my wrist.
Just don't go play dodgeball with a bunch of Minecraft streamers.
Why?
Because you're going to end up talking to one of them, and then he'll go, "Wait, you're cool. I like your name, and I like the course you're doing." And then you get invited back to the office, and then you spend about 6 hours in the office and leave at like midnight, and then your phone almost dies whilst waiting for the bus. So you book an Uber, but then the one streamer you're actually friends with goes, "What the fuck? You told me you didn't need an Uber. I'm paying you back for that Uber." Then forgets about it, but then on Halloween goes, "Wait, I owe you money for an Uber," and then sends you Uber money. And then spends about like £63 on food on your phone.
So
Anyone else?
So I well,
and then that same streamer loses his SD card in Birmingham, of all places, and you get like a message on Twitter going, "Hey, I found this dude's like SD card." I was like, "Oh, send it to my flat. Like it's fine. I'll pass it on to him." And then you're gonna go see Rocky Horror Picture Show in the theater, and then you're all dressed up for Rocky Horror, and you tell the streamer, "Hey, I have your SD card," and you go up to said office to give it back to him, and then you're hanging out with another big streamer, and then you go, "Oh, I'm going to the Minecraft club night after this," and they go, "Holy shit, we should go," and then they're like, "No, I have to be drunk for that," and I went, "I'm going sober," and then they invite you out for food, and you say no because you didn't want people being weird, so you go get food elsewhere.
Okay, well, I wasn't planning on playing dodgeball with Tubbo, so
yeah, just don't.
That wasn't the plan. Hey,
it wasn't my plan either, but here we are. I was in class and then I got invited.
Okay, well, I don't know him, so I can't be invited, so that's not a concern.
I also didn't know him. It wasn't even him running dodgeball. He just happened to be there.
Okay, well, the only two people I know that currently reside that are going to be in Brighton are you and who was I think Evan Underground? Oh, my Twitter mutuals. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna. I don't think that's a situation that'll be in the cards for me. Don't worry.
Oh, you never know.
I mean, technically, yeah, I never know. Oh, there's a parking ticket on my desk.
Huh.
I'm hereby summoned to appear before the court to enter this complaint charging you with the offense listed. Blah, blah. Did unlawfully park operate a blah blah. Oh yeah, this is when I got pulled over and I didn't have my license on me because I was going 40 in a school zone by accident. Chat, you ever speed?
Personally, no.
Oh well, you don't have a car. You know, you guys can get around without cars. You know, look at you. Oh, look at me. I'm British. We have functional trains and buses.
Choo choo.
Rage. Hold on. How I'm feeling with that one. I can't believe you would be so mean.
I'm sure I've just seen Tim Man walk past window.
What?
You heard me.
I heard it. Yes, I didn't understand it.
I'm sure I've just seen Tim Man walk past window. Proper windy last night, GG. Don't we open curtains? I don't know, Dana. Might have ended up in Emerald City. I'm sure I've just seen Tin Man walk past window.
What?
Yeah, be scared.
Oh my god. So much shit I need to submit to like 3 different things just to get the student visa.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I don't need one.
Well,
I don't.
you're British, so I think you do know.
I'm a British national.
British. Well, no. When you be a British citizen, not a national.
To the government on the applications for student finance, I'm a British national.
Did they strip your citizenship?
I don't fucking know. Probably. It's me.
Wait, what do I have to do for this? This fucking process is so bullshit. I'm not a. I don't have any felonies. I've not committed any. Well, I've never committed a felony. And I just give me the visa. I don't know. I just think it's bullshit. I really don't understand why they want me to go, like, to drive into the fucking city, into like the densest part of the city, just to show them one thing.
Oh, sorry, I've just seen something.
What do you see?
Razer are releasing cinnamon roll headphones.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I need
Does
them.
go hard. How much do they cost? I'm curious.
$1 bajillion.
Oh. That's unfortunate. Oh, it's not just headphones. It's a chair.
They're not just headphones.
There's
A chair? Oh my
there's
god.
Yeah, there's a chair, there's a keyboard, there's a mouse pad and a mouse. There's 2 different headphones.
Oh my god. Maybe I need to invest.
$450 for the chair, $139 or $109 for the $140 or $110 for the headphones. $120 for the keyboard, $70 for the mouse, $100 for the mouse pad and mouse.
Can I even get it in the UK? Oh my god, they have Pokemon stuff.
They do?
Oh my god.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. What is what?
Pikachu and Eevee. Yum yum.
Hey, don't eat the computer parts. That's not
Shop
healthy.
the latest.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, yeah, they
you're
have
right.
the Espeon and Umbreon stuff as well.
Holy shit! This only shows me 3 things: the mouse, keyboard, and headphones. Oh, this does go kind of hard. Intriguing.
Ooh.
Oh, there's also
Ooh, I have a big girl job now. I could probably buy stuff.
Bro's employed. Oh wait, if you actually pull up the
employed
listings, like for the keyboard, there's the Pokemon edition, Minecraft edition, and Zenless Zone Zero edition.
Based.
The Zenless Zone Zero one is just blue. There isn't even anything special to it. It's just blue. Yeah, it's just black and blue. There isn't even anything special to it.
Kind of a.
And it's the most expensive one. Jesus Christ.
What do we have?
You know, I'm perfectly content with my like 10-year-old Logitech mouse and my 20-something-year-old keyboard. Thank you.
I have. What do I have? I have a SteelSeries mouse and a Logitech keyboard.
Yeah, I have an M705 mouse and a Microsoft keyboard. Let's see this.
You have a Microsoft keyboard.
Yeah, Microsoft wired keyboard 400. This thing's from like 2004. And the reason I have it is because there was this this bullshit store that was going out of business near me, and they had it, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll buy it. Because the box was a Logitech box. I opened it up, I'm like, oh man. But no, this keyboard's actually worked really well. The buttons have always been responsive. I mean, some of the letters are starting to rub off, but you know, it's still like 20-something years old. That's understandable. But no, this keyboard still works like brand new. So I've got no complaints. You know, it doesn't need Bluetooth or anything.
None of my stuff needs it other than like my headphones.
Yeah, my mouse needs it. Oh, oh fuck! You know how I gotta figure out how to bring my monitor over.
Bubble wrap it.
I could, perchance.
Bubble wrap it and then ship it or some shite.
I'm a little hesitant on shipping it. I might just suitcase.
Suitcase.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea. Maybe I'm not completely.
No, I bubble wrapped all mine.
I mean, bubble wrap definitely, but I'm like, is it a good idea to do it in a suitcase just in general?
No, because they will throw your shit.
Well, that's assuming I check the bag.
True.
Because I can just carry on. And then problem solved. I'm going to TwitchCon next year. I'm not doing... Have you seen the bullshit
Me
with
too.
VidCon? Have you
No.
There was so much AI this year.
Oh.
Like...
No, I don't really pay attention to VidCon. Okay.
Oh,
Ever
lucky.
since they stopped at VidCon London.
Dude, I remember all the different VidCons they used to. They had London... You know, there was one in Singapore, Abu Dhabi, fucking Melbourne. Yeah, there was the Australian one. There was Mexico City. There was one in Sao Paulo. And then
I'm doing TwitchCon, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna do TwitchCon Berlin.
Me too.
Hell yeah. This
And
is
then I'm
fire.
gonna go Berlin for a few days for the con. And then I'm gonna go Bochum afterwards.
It's my plan.
Gonna go see a certain silly little show.
Intriguing. I'm just gonna go down there for the con, then come back up, I suppose. Or well, I say come back up as if I'm gonna come back to New Jersey. You know, I'm gonna go back to Brighton.
No, I'm gonna go a few days before.
Oh.
Probably try and fly in with someone, and then go back after I see the little train show in Bochum.
Trains.
Trains.
Autism.
Yeah.
Oh, my neck. Ow. Anyways, chat. How have you been? Because it's been a while. So how have you been?
Oh, I've been great. I'm shatters.
Wait, sorry. Say the last bit again.
I've been great. I'm your chatters.
My chatters have not been that active. They never are, but that's besides the point. My chatters hate me.
My chatters.
Yeah, your chatters love you. My chatters.
I have chatters? Since when?
I mean, I told you last time I tried watching your stream, I got stuck in an ad loop, so I couldn't watch.
It's fine. Surely I'll get chatters after my rebrand.
Hell yeah. I did like that new design. That does look cool.
Teehee. I'm so excited.
Hell yeah. I like art fight because I just do like one thing a year and that's it. And people love it.
Speaking of, I did art, but I did an attack today.
Hell yeah. I've done one attack. Oh yeah, there's your most recent attack.
T.
Hell yeah. I've
done 6.
You can, if you look at my profile, you can see the only two I do one a year, and it's they were both been to the same person.
One of my favorites, like, artists followed me on Art Fight.
Hell yeah.
I'm very happy.
Oh my god, custom code. Sorry, I opened your
love
profile up
my-
and immediately got blasted by pink.
I love my custom code.
Yeah.
You should look at my Toy House account. It's even better.
Bro uses Toy House.
Yeah.
Intriguing. You know. Oh wait, fuck! I was gonna say something,
Go on.
and then I forgot. Ow! Fuck!
How did you forget?
Well, I don't know what I forgot. I can't though. Shit. Oh yeah. So funny little story. When I was at Purdue, I got a bunch of the people on my phone. Like every Friday, we would watch Family Guy because I had like I had a few DVDs of it, and we thought it was funny. So we had Family Guy Fridays, and I was mentioning then the server for the for your Brighton applicants. And a few of the two matches were like, "Oh yeah, you should make that. Like you should do that in Brighton." So I'm gonna make the Family Guy Society.
Oh my god.
I got 6 people on board,
You should join the German Society.
but I don't watch Germa.
Neither do I, but here we are.
Well, what happens in the Germa Society?
Jackbox. Ah!
Oh,
I'll get a call. I'll have to dip in a second. We play Jackbox. We watch movies, play games, presentation nights.
uh-huh.
I love being the president of that society.
Oh yeah, you told me that about that before you were the president. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna
Hell yeah.
dip because my friends
Alright.
want to play Rivals.
All
I
right,
can't wait to hate myself.
Bye. All right, chat. Back into party time. How long have we been live? Oh shit, we are. Do you wanna know? I think I might. Ow! I elbowed the fucking fan next to me. Son of a bitch. Ow. Anyways, I think I'm going to take my leave. I will be live tomorrow, obviously. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.